Everyone knows that everyone loves music, and that everyone that they know loves music too. Can you imagine a world without music? We can't either. And as a collective of songwriters, composers and music publishers, we provide opportunities for our members to develop their craft and generate income that they wouldn't be able to do on their own. It may sound obvious, but music doesn't make itself. People invest huge amounts of time, money and creativity into crafting music for us to enjoy. For this reason, when music is played in a business or organisation, it's important to seek permission from the people that make the music we love. It breaks down like this. People write music and then record it for us to enjoy. In Australia and New Zealand, as well as around the world, the law says that people that make music have the right to be paid when their music is used. Music creators appoint APRA AMCOS to look after certain rights on their behalf. This means businesses using music don't have to contact every songwriter and composer. APRA AMCOS issues licences in Australia and through One Music in New Zealand, giving the businesses the permission they need to play music and charge a fee in return. People running businesses play music to keep people happy when they're shopping, to keep people dancing, to keep people exercising, to entertain people, to keep their businesses humming, their customers happy, and ultimately to make the world a better place. Without APRA AMCOS, businesses would have to seek permission from every songwriter, composer and publisher to play their music. After collecting licence fees, APRA AMCOS pays those fees to songwriters, composers and publishers as royalties. APRA AMCOS is a non-profit organisation, meaning that after administration costs, all of the money collected is paid to the people who make the music. These royalties are a large part of how people that write and perform music can continue to make a living doing what they do. We're here for those that make music and businesses that play music.
Hi everyone, I'm Rick Wade, a director here at West Ashfield, and on behalf of West Ashfield Leagues Club, I want to express our ongoing commitment to supporting songwriters in Australia. We started in 1955, the year after Elvis recorded That's Alright Mama, and the year before his international success with Heartbreak Hotel. And we're located in Sydney's inner west, a hub for community cultural celebrations and a destination for fine dining and entertainment, including, very importantly, live music. Our famed restaurant, The Garden, is a delightful oasis with an imaginative menu which is regularly updated and changed. And for extended dining hours, we offer fast and delicious Asian cuisine at our Walk-On outlet, open every day from 11:30 a.m. to 2 a.m. We always offer something special, of course, for Easter and Anzac Day, Melbourne Cup, and the family special day, Mother's Day. On top of that, the ever-popular giveaways and cash prizes at West Ashfield. For the rugby league lovers, if you can't get to the game, you can come along and soak up the game day atmosphere either in our sports bar or in the main lounge. Become a club member. It costs only $3, and when you do, make sure you click the ASA Association little box that's there, which means that your club will be nominated as ASA, and we can continue to reward the loyalty by supporting your association. Our website is westashfield.com.au. West Ashfield congratulates the winners of the 2021 Australian Songwriting Contest and the induction of Terry Britton into the Australian Songwriters Hall of Fame. Terry is living proof that love's got everything to do with it. So enjoy tonight's presentation.
Everyone knows that everyone loves music, and that everyone that they know loves music too. Can you imagine a world without music? We can't either. And as a collective of songwriters, composers and music publishers, we provide opportunities for our members to develop their craft and generate income that they wouldn't be able to do on their own. It may sound obvious, but music doesn't make itself. People invest huge amounts of time, money and creativity into crafting music for us to enjoy. For this reason, when music is played in a business or organisation, it's important to seek permission from the people that make the music we love. It breaks down like this. People write music and then record it for us to enjoy. In Australia and New Zealand, as well as around the world, the law says that people that make music have the right to be paid when their music is used. Music creators appoint APRA AMCOS to look after certain rights on their behalf. This means businesses using music don't have to contact every songwriter and composer. APRA AMCOS issues licences in Australia and through One Music in New Zealand, giving the businesses the permission they need to play music and charge a fee in return. People running businesses play music to keep people happy when they're shopping, to keep people dancing, to keep people exercising, to entertain people, to keep their businesses humming, their customers happy, and ultimately to make the world a better place. Without APRA AMCOS, businesses would have to seek permission from every songwriter, composer and publisher to play their music. After collecting licence fees, APRA AMCOS pays those fees to songwriters, composers and publishers as royalties. APRA AMCOS is a non-profit organisation, meaning that after administration costs, all of the money collected is paid to the people who make the music. These royalties are a large part of how people that write and perform music can continue to make a living doing what they do. We're here for those that make music and businesses that play music.
Hi everyone, I'm Rick Wade, a director here at West Ashfield, and on behalf of West Ashfield Leagues Club, I want to express our ongoing commitment to supporting songwriters in Australia. We started in 1955, the year after Elvis recorded That's Alright Mama, and the year before his international success with Heartbreak Hotel. And we're located in Sydney's inner west, a hub for community cultural celebrations and a destination for fine dining and entertainment, including, very importantly, live music. Our famed restaurant, The Garden, is a delightful oasis with an imaginative menu which is regularly updated and changed. And for extended dining hours, we offer fast and delicious Asian cuisine at our walk-on outlet, open every day from 11:30 a.m. to 2 a.m. We always offer something special, of course, for Easter and Anzac Day, Melbourne Cup, and the family special day, Mother's Day. On top of that, the ever-popular giveaways and cash prizes at West Ashfield. For the rugby league lovers, if you can't get to the game, you can come along and soak up the game day atmosphere either in our sports bar or in the main lounge. Become a club member. It costs only $3, and when you do, make sure you click the ASA Association little box that's there, which means that your club will be nominated as ASA, and we can continue to reward the loyalty by supporting your association. Our website is westashfield.com.au. West Ashfield congratulates the winners of the 2021 Australian Songwriting Contest and the induction of Terry Britton into the Australian Songwriters Hall of Fame. Terry is living proof that love's got everything to do with it. So enjoy tonight's presentation.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Australian Songwriters Association 2021 National Annual Songwriting Awards. On behalf of the ASA, I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which we gather and pay tribute to elders past, present and emerging. Here is Deborah Lannis.
Birawago na niña Birawago. Welcome, everyone, welcome. I'm a proud Dharawal woman, a local elder, and my name is Deborah Lannis. And I have the honour of welcoming you all here this evening on behalf of the Australian Songwriters Association and the elders of the Wongal peoples of the Eora Nation, the land on which this is being filmed. The Eora Nation are the lands that are bordered by the waterways of the Hawkesbury River to the north, Nepean River to the west, Georges River to the south, and of course the gorgeous coastline along the east. Within the Eora lands, 29 different languages are spoken. Birawagal na ninya birawagal, wan yaranai gara, dai nara yaranguragal, yangana nangun birawagal barongni, di nai nara, ni nara naba, nangun warren, nawe nangubai, nangamari nangaya ganawa banawa warawa, birawagal na ninya birawagal. Welcome everyone, welcome. The Wongal peoples lived here at this place. This evening, I welcome all of you. Look at this country, the country of the Aboriginal ancestors, past, present and merging. The Aboriginal culture is the oldest living culture in the world, and this land is and always will be Aboriginal land. Tonight, I also acknowledge the ancestors and elders of the lands in which you are all viewing this. I personally would like to congratulate all the participants of the Songwriters Contest, and I'm so looking forward to finding out the winners and wishing you all the best of luck. I would especially like to thank the Australian Songwriters Association Board for inviting me here to welcome each and every one of you. So on behalf of Aboriginal people across Australia, I say Birawagal, Naninya Birawagal. Welcome everyone, welcome. Thank you.
Hi, as Chairman and on behalf of the Board, the management and all the staff at West Ashfield Leagues Club, it's a pleasure to let you know that we maintain a very strong commitment to the Australian Songwriters Association. In fact, West Ashfield has been committed to the ASA for well over a decade now. Through our vast community initiatives, we see the arts as a critical part of the community's wellbeing, especially since COVID. So it is a thrill and an honour on behalf of all of us at West Ashfield Leagues to congratulate the National Songwriting Contest winners for 2021. And at the same time, thank all those who continue to make great presentations in the name of the original Aussie songwriting. I look forward to seeing you all at our club soon.
Yes, welcome to what is the ASA's second virtual presentation. The ASA, like most other organisations, like all of us really, has had to get through a lot of hard times in the last 24 months. However, songwriters by and large are a resilient lot, and the 2021 National Songwriting Contest saw another year of record-breaking entries. Through it all, our backers have been great, and a big shout out must go out to all of them, particularly our major sponsors West Ashfield and APRA. We have members from all over Australia, but if you are ever in Sydney, please take the opportunity to visit West Ashfield and partake of their hospitality. If you live in Sydney, make it your regular club. Likewise, if you belong to the ASA, you should also be a part of APRA. Because we are virtual tonight, we cannot bring you the winners of all our categories to play for you live. So we have chosen a few exceptional videos from our members for your enjoyment. The first one features a lady who has been with us for some time and who is now putting out some absolutely excellent material. Please enjoy.
Triple reminds me why hurricanes are named after people. If you got a better bad idea, then hit me up, baby, 'cause I'm on Liz. You know I'm hell on heels, made the devil a deal, and now it's come due. All I got was a midnight goodbye, so I ain't your little baby no more. What's good for me ain't good for you, and you can bet your bottom dollar for sure. We went up in smoke, you sent us dead broke. I ain't got no love to give you anymore. So you better get them boots on the floor, go walking out that door. Oh, bye-bye. Oh, bye-bye. He wants to find out he's going. It's the comer for the storm. Reminds me, if you can't be good, you better be careful. Oh, when I'm good, but when I'm bad, I'm better. And right now I'm an ice cold, not a proof whiskey weather. Oh, if you got a better bad idea, then hit me up, baby, 'cause I'm all Liz. You know I'm hell on heels, made the devil a deal, and now it's come due. All I got was a midnight goodbye, so I ain't your little baby no more. What's good for me ain't good for you, and you can bet your bottom dollar for sure. We went up in smoke, you sent us dead broke. I ain't got no love to give you anymore. So you better get them boots on the floor, go walking out that door. Oh, bye-bye. Oh, bye-bye. Bad news always travels fast, and good things, you know, they never last. Got a problem? Better get in line, 'cause right now I'm running out of time. All I got was a midnight goodbye, so I ain't your little baby no more. What's good for me ain't good for you, and you can bet your bottom dollar for sure. We went up in smoke, you sent us dead broke. I ain't got no love to give you anymore. So you, better get them boots on the floor, going walking out that door. Oh, bye-bye. Oh, bye-bye. Oh, now all I got was a midnight goodbye. I ain't lying. I said all I got was a midnight goodbye. What would you do, baby? I said all I got was a midnight goodbye.
Some of our entries get great marks from our judges but fall just short of making the top 10. So for the first time this year, we have included an honour roll of all entries that were awarded points from the judges. Look out for that. Also, nobody knows who has won any of the categories tonight, so pay attention, it might be you.
saplings, the sun rises on our backs. It's a pretty day to kill a man or run a train off its tracks. Born to the Irish and wild to this free land. Learned all about democracy with a gun in my hands. I am iron, I am steel, I am Nick killing your bullets I don't feel. To no authority do I heal. I am iron, I am steel. On again you came looking for trouble out of Stringy Bar Creek. You missed me with your first, and I gunned you off your feet. Kennedy, you were given a choice, but you challenged me to fight. So I brought you down, and through your dying pleas I had to end your life. I am iron, I am steel.
Hello everybody. The ASA's regional coordinators are volunteers who do a very important outreach job for us. Right across the country they look after our live wax lyrical events. These open mic shows provide feedback, networking opportunities and a live stage for our grassroots songwriters who are the lifeblood of the Australian music scene. Along with APRA's educational endeavours and organisations such as West Ashfield who continue to support the arts, our regional coordinators play a crucial role in developing original songwriters and ensuring the industry's ongoing success. Right now, our mighty national regional coordinator team consists of Anna Key from Canberra, Wendy Ford, New South Wales Northern Rivers, Kerry Garside, the Sunshine Coast, Angelo Pash, Adelaide, Russell Neal, Sydney, Melissa Black, South East Queensland, Julia Starr, Cairns, Paul Valla, New South Wales Central Coast, Matt Satori, Hobart and Launceston, Brian Ward, Melbourne, Michelle Parsons, Sunbury, Jane Corns, Perth, Wendy Barnes, the Yarra Rangers, Marcus Cassels, Ballarat, Sandy Louise, Newcastle, Brendan Smoother, Lismore, and Maria Harkins from Gippsland. Of course, we're always looking out for more people to be regional coordinators, so if you are interested, please do contact the ASA head office. Tonight, we would like to recognise one of them for their tremendous work throughout 2021. So I am happy to announce that the winner of the Regional Coordinator of the Year Award for 2021 is Sandy Louise from Newcastle. Well done, Sandy, congratulations. Thank you for your great work. Your trophy is on its way.
One last chance, one more try. Am I just bouncing back from another goodbye? I can't wait forever for forever to start. Is this love or the first step to my next broken heart?
Am I falling for strangers and calling them friends? Or am I drawn to the dangers of falling again? It's no perfect science, losings and odds. Is this love or the first step to my next broken heart?
Guess it's now or never. You just get one chance. The quiet desperation that we call romance. In this lonely heart circus, we all play our parts. Is this love or the first step to my next broken heart?
Every day I wonder, can I make it through all the times you've hurt me? I am nothing without you. Hold my hand, I'm trying. This time don't let go. You're already leaving, and me, I don't wanna know.
the noisy neighbour's leaf blower always makes me feel right at home. And that dog over the back fence that just won't stop barking, guess he hates just being on his own. The catcher keeps falling off the lawnmower, that old Victor engine starting to miss. And I just remembered that I forgot that it was midnight in this suburban bliss. Living in the suburbs, you've got everything you need. Living in the suburbs, some might say it's the great Australian dream. Kids riding on their longboards all the way along Alexander Avenue. They're dodging the morning traffic as they make their way to school. The SUVs and the four-wheel drives sit like giant cane toads. Well, they're everywhere through this whole estate, just blocking up the roads. Living in the suburbs, you've got everything you need. Living in the suburbs, some might say it's the great Australian dream. The city lights are shining brightly, trying to entice me. Sitting here in peak hour on the southeastern arterial, at least you get to catch up on the radio and all their comedy material. The Wellington Road turnoff is just up ahead, but being stuck here can be hell. It's probably gonna be bumper to bumper all the way down to the Stanford Hotel. Living in the suburbs, you got everything you need. Living in the suburbs, some might say it's the great Australian dream. Living in the suburbs, you've got everything you need. Living in the suburbs, some might say it's the great Australian dream.
It's funny how things played out. Broken hearts and promises left you with a haunted crowd. You set the stage, I fell right through. I harbored doubts and held back tears till I saw the worst of you. I'm not your puppet, I'm not your toy, much it hurt. It felt like all I ever wanted was crumbled by your twisted words. I played the part your story changed. I left without a curtain call.
The Map by Tony King. The arrow of love never flies A to B. The slow boat's too fast for the likes of you and me. We both cross the map and at times cross the line. Our GPS is a song and bottle of wine. Through the peaks and the valleys flow both kinds of tears. The compass says one thing, we have better ideas. We aim at the moon like a drunk playing darts, but there's no navigator like the hunger of hearts. Your face is the map through the stars that were crossed. We don't know where we're going or where the boat will be tossed. No Sherpa will have us, we don't care what it cost. But there's no one on earth with whom I'd rather be lost. We feel like Columbus seeking our own world. We don't fly a flag, but our life is unfurled. With no X on our chart, we find our own way, and we dig up some treasure in every day. You are my yin, and I am your yang. You are the words to the song that I sang. With a pick in the ice, like a mad mountaineer, we climb to the view on the lee side of fear. Your face is the map through the stars that were crossed. We don't know where we're going or where the boat will be tossed. No Sherpa will have us, we don't care what it cost. But there's no one on earth with whom I'd rather be lost. You show me the best bits aren't on top of the shelf, and you just have to dance better than yourself. No coordinates exist for healing the blues, but lost here with you is the place that I choose. Your face is the map through the stars that were crossed. We don't know where we're going or where the boat will be tossed. No Sherpa will have us, we don't care what it cost. But there's no one on earth with whom I'd rather be lost.
There are times in your life when the world's not on your side, and you've searched but to find an emptiness far too wide, and it flows from your eyes, a stream that tumbles on a riverbed where you sleep, but to rise to a morning with no sun ahead, in the shade of your dreams you try to hide those feelings. There's no one to understand the reasons why you're hurting. In the still of the night, there's no need to fear the darkness, so you just hold on tight. I am here and make you this promise. Watch the birds as they fly. They don't sow and reap as you must do. Yet there's someone in the sky feeding them their whole life through. Spread your
James Squire was 20 when arrested as a thief. He earned himself a ticket on the mighty First Fleet, and after 7 years he shed the convict brand. And they gave him 30 acres of the great southern land. James Squire was a randy little bugger, and he had a...
I saw a lovely lady that I used to know. We did it pretty fine a couple of years ago. I thought there was a chance we might rekindle the flame, until she introduced me to her partner Jane. The lady loves women. The lady loves women. The lady loves women. The lady loves women. I really don't blame her, 'cause I love women too. I still recall the sadness when we said goodbye, but I remember all the times we used but now she's in a post-heterosexual phase. The lady loves women. The lady loves women. The lady loves women. The lady loves women. I really don't blame her 'cause I love women too. I thought it might be me that made her turn that way. Something that I did or didn't do or say. Guess this kind of thing could happen to anyone. But then another girlfriend left me to become a nun.
Darkness, you're aching, is still on my mind. While I'm wishing these hours and minutes would just pass me by. Slave to emotion and slave to all I desire. I'm eternally thinking about you night after night. With your yellow hibiscus sarong in some bad Las Cabas mariachi band playing our song. 6 margaritas were saying that I got it right, while we kept the stars company dancing on into the night.
Give up and turn to stone. You heal my wounds and pull me close with your keys of life, hoping me survived. Now I wanna live, I wanna breathe, I wanna rise. I cannot hide the feeling of you on my side. You made me feel your love is real. In your eyes, I recognize the beauty of you on my side. You on my side. You on until you believe that I could be your dream. Now I wanna live, I wanna breathe, I wanna rise. I cannot hide the feeling of you on my side. You made me feel your love is real. In your eyes I recognize the beauty of you on my side. You on my
Fall to the earth, fall to the earth and cry. Watching you struggle with the things you should let go. Bury it down inside. Killing the fire's light, the essence that is you. And the fear strikes deep when your heart is an ocean. And the plans she keeps are an open book. Run away with me, you know my arms are open. Let's spin around at the speed of sound till we combust like ashes and dust. I've seen your grace, I've looked upon your true face, a bundle of energy that you should not contain. Just let it go, just let all your feelings show. For a life less ordinary waits for you. And the fear strikes deep when your heart is an ocean. And the plans she keeps are an open book. Run away with me, you know my arms are open. Let's spin around at the speed of sound till we combust like ashes and dust. When your heart is an ocean. And the plans she keeps are an open book. Run away with me, you know my arms are open. Let's spin around at the speed of sound till we combust like ashes and dust. Ashes and dust. Buried in your soul is a heart song that you keep. Shallow is the grave till you're lying next to me. Put it all apart. I'm a thief for your love. Buried in your soul is a heart song that you keep. Shallow is the grave till you're lying next to me. Put it all apart. I'm a thief for your love. Yeah. Yeah.
parade. We're hoping yours will be homemade. You can make a hat to wear, an Easter hat with fun and flair. Do you want to make a hat that looks like that? You'll be proud of what you made. Let's make a cap or maybe a hat for the Easter hat parade. First wrap paper around your head. Tape it firm, paint it green or red. Find old paper, scissors, glue, and birthday cards once sent to you. Oval shapes, yes, quite a few. Colour then paste them on with glue. Find some flowers, grass and leaves. Just leave some for all the bees. Do you want to make a hat that looks like that? You'll be proud of what you've made. Let's make a cap or maybe a hat for the Easter hat parade. Recycling is a very good start. You're making fashion, making art, reusing things you have around, even twigs upon the ground. Feathers float around outside, under branches there they hide. Stick them on your Easter hat.
Out of nothing, can't break what's already broken. I knew you were leaving before the words were spoken. I told myself time after time this was too good to last. You blew in like the wind and then blew out just as fast. Like a junkyard in a hurricane, everything's damaged or rearranged. My heart is piled up in the debris. Like a junkyard in a hurricane, my head is spinning like a weather vane. It took a raging storm to set me free. Like a junkyard in a hurricane. Much ado about nothing. Don't you worry about it, I'll survive the suffering. They say love has its moments, this one wasn't it. I'll pick up the pieces of my life, though most of them don't fit. Like a junkyard in a hurricane, everything's damaged or rearranged. My heart is piled up in the debris. Like a junkyard.
The Rudy Brandsmart Award is presented annually by the directors of the ASA in recognition of songwriting excellence by an ASA member during the previous 12 months. The award is presented in the memory of the late Rudy Brandsmart, one of the founders of the ASA back in 1979. This year marks the 38th annual presentation of the award. This year we have 8 nominees. Let's have a listen now to some excerpts from the songs from the nominees. Melissa Black.
Keep telling me not to lean on you so hard. It's wearing thin. Well, there's nothing more uncomfortable to
Francis Madden.
I watch the birds taken to the sky, traveling the highway of a windy ride. I don't know where their journey.
Jonathan Mark Hayden.
Stay a while, lend me your ears, maybe we can talk for a while.
Kylie Adams Collier.
Swimming in the Hawkesbury River, rolling in the mud at low tide. Never mind the jellyfish, Dad said.
Stacey Ann Tierney.
Wake up! Let's move. It's time to jump out of bed. You get up! Let's move. Wake up, little sleepyhead. It's time to brush your teeth. Keep them happy, eh?
Thomas and Tessa Libreri.
What makes the sun rise every day? What makes the moon take it away? What?
Jason Maynard.
You forgot your makeup, you forgot your clothes.
Terry Bennett.
Welcome to Australia, the land of the kangaroo. There's bilbies, koalas and quokkas, wombats and wallabies too. Now of all these lovable...
The Rudy Brandsmart Award is sponsored each year by Maton Guitars, who provide one of their beautiful guitars as the prize. So I'm pleased to announce the winner of this year's Rudy Brandsmart Award, Thomas and Tessa Libreri. Congratulations, guys. This guitar and your trophy is on its way.
What makes the sun rise every day? What makes the moon take it away? What makes the seasons come and go? What makes the trees grow so slow? Why does a heart fall in love to get broken and torn up?
Hello, my name's Ray Burgess, and on behalf of the Australian Songwriters Association, we now would like to honour songwriters we've lost over the past year. Please note, images of people who have passed are shown in this In Memoriam segment. Judith Durham, 3rd of July 1943 to the 5th of August 2022. Judith was the unforgettable voice of the Seekers. She was catapulted into the spotlight during the early 1960s, and the Seekers became the first Australian pop group to top the charts in the UK and the US, selling over 50 million records worldwide. Judith was also a songwriter and composer, an uncompromising advocate for First Nations justice and numerous charities. Judith died at 79 from a lifelong chronic lung disease. Archie Roach, 8th of January 1956 to the 30th of July 2022. Uncle Archie, survivor, healer, truth-teller and a man of deep wisdom, a singer, songwriter and guitarist and a spokesman for social justice. Archie won numerous awards, including a Human Rights Medal in 1990 for his song Took the Children Away, which brought national attention to the story of the stolen generations. As a performer, he's opened shows for international artists like Bob Dylan, Tracy Chapman and Joan Armatrading. After his wife Ruby Hunter died in 2010, Uncle Archie suffered a stroke and endured other health problems, including lung cancer. Despite having a lung removed, he continued to perform with the help of an oxygen tube. Archie, at 66 years of age, has returned to where he came from, the dreaming. Tristan Goodall, 2nd of July 2022. Tristan founded the multi-aria winning folk band The Audreys and Tasha Coates in 2004. Their 2006 debut album Between Last Night and Us went gold and won the ARIA for Best Blues and Roots Album. They won the same ARIA in 2008 for its follow-up When the Flood Comes, and then again for Sometimes the Stars. Tasha said of Tristan's passing, "He touched so many of us with his beautiful music, his big heart, his big hugs, and his big goofy laugh. He had been suffering health issues for the past 2 years and sadly was only 48 years of age." Chris Bailey, 29th of November 1956 to the 9th of April 2022. Chris was the frontman of the Saints, whose 1970s single I'm Stranded was one of the sparks that lit the punk scene. Bailey was born in Kenya and lived the first 7 years of his life in Belfast before his family emigrated to Australia. It was in Brisbane where he met bandmates Ed Cooper and Ivor Hay at Corinda State High School. They originally named their band Kid Galahad and the Eternals and changed the name to the Saints in 1974. The group had their first hit with I'm Stranded in 1976 and released their first LP with the name in 1977. They went on to release 13 more records, and Jimmy Barnes said the Saints were punks before punk. Bailey was a master of words and helped tell our story. Chris died of natural causes at 65 years of age. Mark Gillespie, 20th of January 1950 to the 11th of November 2021. Mark was a poet and writer whose first music recordings in 1977 was the track I'm a Kite. It was on Ross Wilson's compilation Debutantes. Glenn Wheatley signed Mark for his Only Human album on his Wheatley Records label, which became well known through the emerging FM radio networks. Mark's 2 albums for Glenn Wheatley are considered by many to be Australian masterpieces. Glenn extolled the lyrics, calling Mark one of the greatest poets of our time. In the mid-90s, Mark settled in Bangladesh, at first working in a children's home in Dhaka and then setting up a refuge for vulnerable women and children in Sripur. His death at 71 left him without resolution of his reasons for leaving the music industry, not long after his acclaimed Flame 1992 album Through Mushroom, declaring he was disappointed, ripped off, let down, betrayed and ignored. Anita Lane, 18th of March 1960 to the 27th of April 2021. Anita Lane, a singer-songwriter who co-wrote some of The Birthday Party and Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds' most memorable songs, had a knack for writing the eerie and morbid lyrics that were the calling cards of Cave's early work. As a solo artist, Lane wrote dark, luscious chamber pop that owed a debt to Burt Bacharach and Serge Gainsbourg. Enigmatic and quiet, Anita's friends remember her as a beautiful, unworldly spirit with the tenderest of voices. She died at 61 years of age with no cause of death given. Sean Higgins, 1953 to the 9th of November 2021. Sean Higgins was a great songwriter who contributed significantly to the heritage of Australian music. He was a key writing partner and friend to the late Guy McDonough of Australian Crawl. He co-wrote Downhearted, the song which really broke the Crawl on a national basis, and Things Just Don't Seem, another big Crawl hit. Friend and colleague Bill McDonough said Sean was a kind and friendly man and a long-time friend of many, a loss to all at 68 years of age. Paul Ward, 1960 to the 5th of November 2021. Paul played guitar from an early age, but only started sharing his personal and evocative original songs during the last few years of his life while battling cancer. He overcame his natural shyness to regularly play at Songs on Stage Songwriters and Performers Nights at various venues around Sydney from 2016 till 2021. He was famous for his supportive nature of other performers and the use of his father's poetry in some of his original songs. Taken by the Big C, Too Young, as so many are. Peter G, 1964 to the 25th of July 2021. Another Aussie songwriter who will be dearly missed. Peter was known to be a lovely man of sweet disposition. His performances were always improvised, so you never knew what to expect. His piano playing in particular was a revelation. His friend Dave Turner said of him, Peter wrote love songs on a guitar that was often out of tune because, he said, it was cool. But Peter excelled on piano, and we are deeply saddened to hear of the passing of our big-hearted friend, so full of love in his words and deeds. I certainly feel richer in heart and soul for having known him. Peter fell ill about 2 weeks ago and was taken to hospital, but unfortunately passed away at just 57 years of age after suffering 2 strokes. May they all rest in peace.
Not every inductee to the Songwriters Hall of Fame is Australian born or is writing primarily for an Australian audience. I think of our most recent inductee, Colin Hay, or people like Glenn Shorrock, Steve Kilby, Doc Neeson, B. Birdles, Johnny Young, Garth Porter, or all of Wright, Vander and Young. Just as the purveyors of our performed music came from all over, so too did those who crafted the works that come under the umbrella of Australian songs. Now, we are still battered by the restrictions that have precluded the gathering of large audiences in an auditorium, so once again we come to you online. While I have always enjoyed pressing the plaques and awards into the hands of our winners, to do this task electronically is also satisfying. Before I do this, can I repeat what I said last year? How I was reminded by the words of Johnny Cash in 1989 when he became the second ever country artist to be honoured by the Songwriters Guild of America. He said, "Of all the awards, this is the one. It's for writing songs. I found that songs are our children, an extension of ourselves. It's what's important to me." You see, songwriters set themselves apart from rock stars and fashion icons. And as I've found, this is the award that often means the most to them in a career dotted with accolades for their performance roles. For when memories of their cut and thrust on the concert stage fade, it is their songs that will live forever. Now, when Terry Britton, born in July 1947 in Manchester, England, just like Billy Thorpe, migrated to Australia with his family, he fell in with the Twilights, the hottest act in Adelaide. With the great Glenn Shorrock on co-vocals, they could duplicate anything coming out of England, even playing new complex Beatle works which the Fab Four themselves found beyond them. But they could also come up with quality original songs, most of them penned by their lead guitarist and later sitar master, you might say, Terry Britton. Terry furnished them with The Way They Play, Cathy Come Home, Always, Coming On Down, What a Silly Thing to Do, Once Upon a Twilight, and 950, which was later covered by the Divinals. While the Twilights were such a huge live act that they won the all-important Hoadley's National Battle of the Sounds, Terry was pursuing another career again as a writer and sometimes producer of other Oz acts. Among his tally was Age of Consent by Ronnie Burns, 1 times, 2 times, 3 times 4, Sailing, Yes, I'm Glad, and She's All Right by the Zoot, Tweedledee by the Avengers, Appeal by Marty Roan, and Michael Alexander by Adelaide girl group The Cliffmores. There was even an impressive single released under his own name, 2000 Weeks and Bargain Day. But that was all, until his stint guiding the career of fellow Englishwoman Christy Allen down under in the late 70s. Terry, who had travelled to England with the Twilights to record at Abbey Road Studios, decided to relocate to his homeland. It was a case of starting all over again with the group Quartet, a bunch of Adelaide refugees. There were a couple of singles and an album that has never been heard, which is a great shame because what we did here, notably Joseph, really should have been a hit. Initially, it was Terry's guitar skills that was in some demand. He provided the multi-layer guitars featured on Alvin Stardust's 1973 hit My Cuckoo. Having assisted in providing some of the half-dozen songs considered for Cliff Richard's 1973 Eurovision entry, he became a guitarist in Richard's band for many years, and after a lean charting period for Cliff, Britain gave him Devil Woman, and in 1976 it became Richard's first top 10 hit in the UK for 3 years, and his first top 10 hit ever in the US. Terry was then the co-producer and main songwriter for Richard's 1979 album Rock and Roll Juvenile, which reached number 3 in the UK. He wrote and co-wrote with B.A. Robertson 10 of the 12 songs, of which Carrie reached number 4. Now, June Dorothy Allen was born in Romford, England, and emigrated to Perth, where she formed a band with her brothers called Pendulum, rebadging herself as Christy Allen. She had a sweet, appealing voice, and her manager, Jeff Skews, had played keyboards in Adelaide's The Vibrants, a contemporary act of the Twilights, and a mate of Terry Britton. It was a masterstroke that had the two connect. Christy Allen gave Countdown something it had been lacking, wrote Mushroom Records biographer Dave Warner. A local female artist who appealed to the teeny boppers. It is sometimes not appreciated just how successful Christy was. So successful that of the 4 hit singles lifted from her Magic Rhythms album, Goosebumps sold 60,000 copies, Mushroom's biggest selling single. Allen was voted the most popular female performer at the Countdown Music Awards for 1979 and 1980. At the 1979 awards, she performed Terry's He's My Number One. At the same ceremony, Britain won the Best Songwriter Award for the same song. Michael Gudinski would say that if it wasn't for Christie's chart success, he may never have signed Kylie Minogue in the 80s. There was no doubt that Terry was incredibly adept writing for female performers. When Olivia Newton-John turned her career around with Physical, the album of that name included his Love Makes Me Strong, which actually had originally been written for the Pirate movie, which had a strong Britain component. Terry, as he did with Cliff Richard, played guitar in Olivia's band for a time. The manager behind Olivia's resurgence was Australian Roger Davies, who had started his career as manager of Sherbet. He was about to do the same thing with Tina Turner, and he knew where to turn for songs. Terry had called it, quote, the opportunity of a lifetime, the chance to write and record for the incomparable Tina Turner, an inspiration on every level, a life-changing experience which I'll never forget, close quote. Turner burst out of the radios of the world with Terry's What's Love Got to Do With It, and then another number one, his We Don't Need Another Hero, which became the centrepiece of the film Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. They weren't the only Britain songs rendered by Tina. There was also Typical Male, Two People, Absolutely Nothing's Changed, Do What You Do, Afterglow, I Want You Near Me, Show Some Respect, What You Get Is What You See, Till the Right Man Comes Along, and more. Now in that decade, Michael Jackson and his producer Quincy Jones had to follow up the biggest selling album in history, Thriller. They did it with Bad, which sold more than 20 million copies. Terry and Graham Lyle's Just Good Friends was on there, with Michael performing it with Stevie Wonder. Terry is an active collaborator. Apart from B.A. Robertson and Graham Lyle, he has written with Charlie Dorr, Sue Schifrin, Jerry DeVoe, Lindsay DePaul, Billy Livesey, Leah Marford, James Hallowell, James Evan Jones, Chrissy Hammond and others. In 1987, he wrote Give It Up, Old Habits with Darryl Hall, a favourite of mine, which has been recorded by the Neville Brothers, Hall & Oates, Crystal Gale, Dusty Springfield and Shalwaddy Waddy. And that is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to familiar artists who have taken on Terry Britton works. Let me just take a deep breath while I run through these. The Pointer Sisters, Melissa Manchester, Lenny Kravitz, Celine Dion, Randy Crawford, Meatloaf, Lisa Stansfield, Kathy Dennis, Taylor Dane, Anita Baker, Musical Youth, Hank B. Marvin, Dan Hill, The Real Thing, Kirsty McNichol, Paddy Austin, America, The Weather Girls, Bonnie Raitt, Shirley Bassey, Clout, Denise Williams, Colin Blunstone, Carl Anderson, Tiffany, Jackie, Sasha Distel, Roger Williams, Weird Al Yankovic, and even the thrash metal band Cradle of Filth. Oh, and from our part of the world, the Peter Couples Band, Normie Rove, Susan Clocher, and Creation. Oh, now, Terry is now 75 years old and has been writing magnificent songs since he helped Peter Brightyoak pen the first Twilight hit, If She Finds Out, in 1966. Although he has taken his gifts beyond the great southern land to the world at large, he still stands as one of the finest Australian songwriters and a prestige addition to our Hall of Fame. I give you Terry Britton.
Hi everyone from a drought-stricken London, which is looking more like Broken Hill. Great to get the call from Glenn to be included in this Australian Songwriters Hall of Fame. Great honour. And after talking to Glenn, it was like I suddenly started to go down memory lane and all the early years with the Twilights and the guys, which I still think were the best of times. And then I got thinking about the whole songwriting thing. And I remember the first time it came up, actually, a guy from EMI came and said, you guys want to make a record? And we said, yeah, please. And he said, what are you going to record? We said, oh, I know, it's a Beatles song or something. He said, no, you've got to be original. You've got to write your own. So I think we all looked at each other and thought, how the hell do you do that? So off I went, came up with this little tune, and helped by Mr. Shorrock. And it was called I'll Be Where You Are. And the thrill was, I was recording on a 2-track Revox, very sophisticated. And then, 6 weeks later, I heard it on the radio. I thought, God, that's sort of cool. It never occurred to me you might hear your own song on the radio. So that's how it all kicked off. And, well, it's been a great trip ever since. And I've been a very, very lucky man. But anyway, just to give you a few bars of that song, I'll Be Where You Are, me and Glenn Shorrock, first song we ever wrote. And the thrill is, every 10 years, I get a check for $2 for this song, which is such a thrill. Anyway, here you go. I don't care where love leads us, whether near or far, just as long as you love me, I'll be where you are. We could travel together all the way to a star, just as long as you love me, I'll be where you are. You don't have to go away, I'll be happy if you stay. You'll go places and you'll find that you really are mine, that you really are mine. I don't care where love leads us, 'cause I'll be where you are. You got to start somewhere.
Well, that's just about it. As you know, West Ashfield is one of the ASA's major sponsors, but another profoundly important sponsor is the mighty music industry body APRA. Right now, we're about to see a list of the nominees for Songwriter of the Year, and after that, the APRA representative will announce the winner of the $3,000 prize.
Hands. I am iron, I am steel, I am Nick killing your bullets I don't feel.
Is it one last chance? One more try? Am I just bouncing back from another goodbye? I can't wait forever for forever to start.
Every day I wonder, can I make it through all the times you've hurt me? I am nothing without you.
It's funny how things played out. Broken hearts and promises left you with a haunted crowd. You said the stage I fell right through. There are times in your life when the world's not on your side, and you've searched but to find an emptiness far too wide, and it flows from your
I saw a lovely lady that I used to know. We did it pretty fine a couple of years ago. I thought there was a chance we might rekindle the flame, until she introduced me to her partner Jane. The lady loves women. The lady loves women.
Here in the darkness, you're aching, is still on my mind. While I'm wishing these hours and minutes would just pass me by. Slave to emotion and slave to all I desire. I'm eternally thinking. A string of hearts left me so cold. They all give up and turn to stone. You heal my wounds and pull me close with the keys of life, hoping me survived. Now I wanna live, I wanna breathe, I wanna rise, I cannot hide.
When your school's having a hat parade, we're hoping yours will be homemade. You can make a hat to wear, an Easter hat with fun and flair. Do you want to make a hat that looks like that? You'll be proud of what you made. Let's make it a cap or maybe a hat.
break what's already broken. I knew you were leaving before the words were spoken. I told myself time after time this was too good to last. You blew in like the wind.
Excitingly, the time has arrived to announce the 2021 APRA AMCOS and ASA Songwriter of the Year Award. APRA AMCOS is always incredibly proud to sponsor this award with a $3,000 prize and of course support the work that the ASA does with Australian songwriters. But let's get to it. The 2021 winner of Songwriter of the Year is Graham Howell. Congratulations, Graham. Fantastic work.
James Squire was 20 when arrested as a thief. He earned himself a ticket on the mighty First Fleet, and after 7 years he shed the convict brand. And they gave him 30 acres of the great southern land. James Squire was a randy little bugger, and he had a lot of lovers, so he had a lot of kids to a lot of different mothers. A butcher and a baker, he was always in trouble. He ran a tavern in town called the Molting Shovel. He was a charming rogue, never had a lot of fear. He learned to grow hops and he made good beer. With the governor's help, smuggled seed on a boat. Kept the palms in beer and the colony afloat. James Squire was a randy little bugger, and he had a lot of lovers, so he had a lot of kids to a lot of different mothers. A butcher and a baker, he was always in trouble. He ran a tavern in town called the Molting Shovel. Now James became a copper, wore a badge for the crown, a poor man's friend on old Sydney town, a man of the people with community mind. Another pommy reject, the great Aussie find. With beers like Chancer and Mid-River Ale, 150 lashes in the old Nine Tails, crushed apple cider and hop thief swindler, dark jack and spades in the Four Wives Pilsner. James Squire was a randy little bugger, and he had a lot of lovers, so he had a lot of kids to a lot of different mothers. A butcher and a baker, he was always in trouble. He ran a tavern in town called the Molting Shovel. Well, his time ran out and he went toes up, and as a mark of respect his pub never shut. It was the biggest funeral ever held in town, and they were drinking his beer when they lowered him